Hello, good evening, everyone. Manisha and Ritika, uh, kindly confirm if I'm audible to both of you or not.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, so, all right. So, Ritika, I think you were not there in the previous class.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And why were you not there in the last class?
Sir, they were having a career counseling fair here, so I had gone to attend that.
All right. All right. So, in the last class, we were discussing about just a minute. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. So, in the last class, we were discussing about the guarantee of profit. So since you were not in the last session, so I haven't covered any new topic. I uh, just covered the topic that I have already taught you. So Vanisha was there in the last class. So I with her I just discussed the topics that I have covered with you. So in the today's class, what are we going to do? We'll start from the question number. Just a second, question number. I think question number 39. You need to confirm whether we have already completed question 39 or not, because I'm not able to recall.
No, sir.
Yes, no. Okay. All right. So I think we can start with question number 39. It says, I'm sure that both of you remember the concept of guarantee of profit, right? Because the remaining question, like question number 39 and 40, is based on the same concept. So question number, in fact, 39, 40, 41, 42, all these questions are based on the guarantee of profit. Just a second. Okay. All right. So let me read this question for you. It says H, Y, and Z entered into partnership on 1st of October 2019 to share the profit in the ratio of 4:3:3. X personally have given guarantee to Z of profit after charging interest on capital at the rate of 10% per annum. Profit after charging interest on capital at the rate of 10% per annum would not be less than 80,000. So basically, X is guaranteeing Z that he will be getting a profit at least equal to 80,000 apart from the interest on capital. That means that will be receiving interest on capital as well. But apart from the interest on capital, he is assured of getting 80,000 as a profit. And this is the guarantee given by only X. Then the capital contribution of the partners are given in the question: 3 lakh, 2 lakh, and 1 lakh 50,000. Apart from this, profit made in the year 2020 is also given, which is 1 lakh 60,000. We need to prepare the profit and loss appropriation account and pass the journal entry. Okay, so let's do it. Just wanted to know if do you think you will be able to solve this question, Ritika and Vanisha?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm
Yes, sir.
waiting. I'll be let me. Okay, I'm giving you 7 minutes. Kindly solve this question within 6-7 minutes. We'll be taking your answers, and if your answer is right, then we'll move to the next question. Otherwise, I'll be solving this question for you. All right, start doing it.
Okay, sir.
And today we'll try to complete this topic, guarantee of profit. And in the next session, or probably at the end of this session, we'll be starting a new topic, which is going to be questions based on adjustment, past adjustment. We need to discuss past adjustment questions. And after that, we have a very important topic, which is which is called the valuation of goodwill, which I think is coming up, coming in the test of coming in the UT for Vanisha. So we'll be covering that topic in, I think, in the couple of after a couple of classes, we'll be able to start with the topic. Right now, I want you to solve question number 30.
Okay, sir.
Done, both of you.
No, sir.
So the last part.
Okay. How much is the divisible profit both of you are getting?
So I got 1,87,500.
1,87,500. All right. And Manisha?
So I got 1,27,500.
Yeah. 1,27,500 is the correct answer. See, Ritika, I think you are committing a mistake here. Pay attention, try to understand that the partnership, they have agreed to enter the partnership as on 1st of October 2019. So partnership is not entered on 1st of April. So that means we will just calculate investment capital from the period of October till 31st of March. Got it? So interest will be payable for the 6-month period only. And after subtracting interest and capital, the remaining amount of profit, which is called divisible profit, will only be 1,27,500. See, this is how we'll do the calculation. Interest and capital will be on 3 lakh 10% into 6 by 12 for 6 months only. And similarly, interest to be calculated for all other partners in the same manner. And after subtracting it, the remaining amount will be 1,27,500. All right.
So I
Is
did
that
the
clear?
6 month. Yes, sir. I think I did the 6 month calculation, but I think there's a calculation mistake.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. If it is the calculation mistake, kindly correct it. All right. So after that, we need to ensure that I think I have made a mistake here. Just a moment. Who was promised for 80,000? Just a minute.
So only X was promised, but
X was promised. X promised Z. Okay. So all right. I think I made a mistake here. Just let me correct it. See, after distributing this 1,27,500 among all the partners, partner will be getting 51,000, 38,250, and 38,250 respectively. But since Z was promised to get at least 80,000, so there arises a deficiency. There is a deficiency of 34,250 rupees. All right. So what we need to do, we'll just a moment, let me correct it. Yeah. So there is a deficiency of 34,250, which need to be shared between X and Y in their profit sharing ratio. and X and Y's profit sharing ratio is 4:3. So this
Sir, it is only
34,250.
being shared by X, right? Y is not giving, no?
Yeah. My mistake. I'm sorry. Yeah, since only X have given the guarantee, so the entire amount of loss has to be borne by X. So let me correct it. I'm sorry. So what we need to do is subtract 34,250 from X profit, and nothing will be subtracted from Y's profit, 38250. And after subtracting amount of deficiency from X profit, the remaining amount of profit will be his divisible profit. 1,000 minus 34250. So the
The
remaining amount of profit
deficiency
is
value is wrong, right? It should be 41,750.
deficiency. Sorry, could you please repeat?
No, the value of deficiency is wrong, right? It should be 41,750, right?
Why it should be 41,000?
So no,
Just a minute.
like when we total it, it is just 72,500. Like the value which you have
Okay,
written now, when I
let
total
me
it,
check. 80,000, I
2,500.
need to subtract out of 80,000, let's subtract 38250. Yeah, okay. So amount of deficiency should be 41750. That should be 41750. 41750. Now it is correct. 51,000. And his remaining amount of profit will be 9250. Is it correct now?
Yes, sir, I got the same value.
Yeah. So Radhika, kindly check your answer and do the needful correction.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So,
now we
but I have
will.
one more doubt.
Uh-huh.
So here the guaranteed profit value is given as 80,000. So this is
Mhm.
for 1 year, right? It's given in a year. So here like the partnership is started from October, right? So won't it be like divided by 600? I mean 6 by 12 it will be.
Yeah, I think it should be divided by 2. Let me just read the question again. I just ignored the year part. Okay, it says would not be less than 80,000 in a year. Okay, in that case, I think profit would be 40,000. Guarantee profit will only be 40,000. Okay, I have made a mess of this question. I'm really sorry. So guys, see, now you understand it. I think you will do the correction. This time, the amount of guarantee for the entire year was 80,000 for the year. So that means for a half year, the amount of guarantee should only be 40,000. And out of which that already got 38,250. So the amount of deficiency, in order to calculate the amount of deficiency, what we'll do to find out the deficiency, what we'll do, out of 40,000, we'll subtract the 8250, and whatever the amount that we'll get, that is the amount of deficiency which need to be subtracted from X profit and will be added to Z's profit. I'm really sorry. So you will have to do the correction. Is it clear
Yes,
for
sir.
both of you? Kindly do the correction. I'm really sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I think we can move to the next question. Question number 40.
So what will be the journal entry for this?
Journal entry will be, we will do the journal entry for these transactions that we have recorded on the credit side. Firstly, so it will be, we have debited profit and loss account by these value. Now we will write down profit and loss account debit, profit and loss appropriation account debit to, so firstly we have credited 15,000 to X capital account, Y capital account, Z capital account. So what we'll do, profit and loss account debited to X capital account by 15,000 to Y's capital account. You can also write interest on X capital account, interest on Y's capital account. Z's capital account will be 10,000 and 7,500. This will be the first general entry for this transaction. And then for the divisible
So are
profit,
you writing it? It's not visible.
yeah, I'm writing. It is not visible. So I was explaining
And
that
now it's
first we need to pass the journal entry for this entry. And for this entry, we'll do the entry as C. Firstly, we have debited the profit and loss account by these values. Now, what we need to do, we'll write down profit and loss appropriation account has been debited to X capital account or interest on X capital account 15,000 to Y's capital account to Z's capital account 75. And together it is 32,500. All right. And similarly, the second entry was for the divisible, for the distribution of profit. So again, you will have to write down profit and loss appropriation account to X capital account, Y's capital account, and Z's capital. So instead of only writing to X, Y, and Z, here we can write down to interest on X interest on capital account to Y's interest on capital account to Z's interest on capital. And for the second entry, we'll write down again profit and loss appropriation account to X to Y to Z. And whatever the amount of profit we have credited to their account, like Y have got 38,250. And similarly, what value will be credited to X and Y will be written here, and some total of that will be written as the debit of the profit and loss appropriation. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and for this transaction, for this entry, we can write it as
So is there any particular order of writing it? So can I write this entry in the first, like the by net profit entry?
yeah, you can write down this entry first and the remaining entries later. There is no specific format or sequence. You can write any entry. So for this, the entry will be net profit account debit to profit and loss appropriation. All right. I think this is clear. So I'm moving to the next question now. Question number 40. Let me read this question for you. It says, Asgar, Chaman, and Guru are partners in a firm. Their capital accounts stood at 6, 5, and 4 lakh. They have shared the profit and loss in the proportion of 4:2:3. Partners are entitled to interest on capital at the rate of 8% per annum. Salary 7,000 per month and 10,000 per month per quarter for Dolu, respectively, as per the provision of the partnership deal. Dolu's share of profit, excluding interest on capital but including salary, is guaranteed at a minimum of 1,10,000, excluding interest on capital, but including salary is 1,10,000 per annum. Any deficiency arising on that account shall be met by Asgar only. Profit for the year ended 31st of March 2021 amounts to 4,24,000. We need to prepare the profit and loss appropriation. All right. So I want to attempt this or start solving this question. I'll be showing you the correct solution of this question once you solve it. All right, is that clear, Ritika and Manishi?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Question is clear for both of you.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
We just need to prepare the period appropriation considering that it is a case of guarantee of profit. Done, both of you?
So just
Mhm. Done, Ritika, Ganesha. All right, let me show you the right answer for this question. See, firstly, we are provided with a net profit of 4,24,000. Question says that we need to pay 8% interest on their capital contribution, which will be for Asgar, it will be 48,000. For Chaman, it will be 40,000 on his capital contribution, and 4 lakh. On 4 lakh, we'll calculate 8%, so it would be 32,000. And only Chaman and Dholu is going to get the salary. Chaman will be getting 7,000 per month for 12 months. That means 84,000. And Dholu will be getting 10,000 per quarter. And there are 4 quarters in a year. So that means he'll be getting 40,000 for the entire year. After subtracting all of these values from the amount of net profit, the divisible amount of profit will be 1,80,000. And then 1,80,000 will be distributed among Asgar, Chaman, and Dholu in their profit sharing ratio, which is given in the question. Right? 4:2, 2:3. So according to their profit sharing ratio, Asgar, Chaman, and Dholu will be getting 80,000, 40,000, and 60,000. All right. Now we'll ensure that Dholu must be getting the that much amount uh, as he was guaranteed. He was guaranteed at least equal to 1,10,000, including the amount of salary. So he already got salary of 40,000 and the divisible profit that he got is 60,000. So adding 60 and 40, the sum total of this is only 1 lakh. And he was guaranteed for 1,10,000. So that means there is a clear deficiency of 10,000. And this deficiency has to be borne by Asgar only. Why? Because Asgar has promised to pay the deficiency. Right? See, 60,000 he got already as a profit and 40,000 as salary. So adding both these values, sum total is only 1 lakh and he was guaranteed for 1,10,000. So there is a deficiency of 10,000, right? And this deficiency is to be borne by Asgar only. We will subtract 10,000 from the Asgar's profit and add the same in the Dholu's profit. And this way, Asgar's divisible profit will only be 70,000. Chaman's profit will be 40,000 and Dholu's profit will be 70,000. And 70 plus 40 is equal to 1,10,000. So Dholu got what he was guaranteed for. Is that clear, Ritika and Vinisha? Do you understand this?
Yes,
so
sir.
it's clear. So I got the same value, but I have a doubt. So
Uh-huh.
like we wrote the salary, right? So I just total it and I just wrote it like 1,24,000. And again in the to profit transfer, I wrote Dulu and like I have added the profit, right? So should I write there also the salary?
At the time of finding out the deficiency,
Yeah, like you have wrote like 60,000 plus 10,000 is equal to 70,000, right? So I have wrote it as 60,000 plus 40,000 plus 10,000. So is that 40,000 required there?
no, that is not required. You just need to show the distribution of profit. Salary is
Okay.
already written over there. Na? You don't have to show it again. Just you can show it in the working note. You can prepare an extra working note here, just below the P&L appropriation account. And in this working note, you can show, for the purpose of finding out the value of deficiency for Dholu, you can show it like this, like amount of guarantee is 1,10,000 and amount that he already got is 60,000 plus 40. And this way you can find out the amount of deficiency is 10,000. If you want to show the working group for the deficiency, then there you can show this amount. Correct? Otherwise, you don't have to show it
Yes, sir.
again in the P&L application. All right, I hope this point is clear. Now we'll move to the next question. Question number 41. Okay. So question number 41 is again regarding the guarantee of profit. And I'm not solving this question for you. I want you to try this as a homework. Question number 41 will be your homework question. All right, kindly take this screenshot of this question. Or else, if you already have the PDF of this, you don't have to take the screenshot. Just try to solve question number 41 from the PDF. All right. Is that clear, Ritik and Ganesha, for both of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I have one more question, question number 42, which I'm giving you as a homework as well. All right.
Okay.
So question number 41 and 42 will be your homework. Now let's move to the next concept, which is concept of past adjustment. We'll try to do one or two questions based on the past adjustment. This topic, I won't be able to complete this topic in today's session since we don't have enough time left in today's session. But we'll start this topic. We'll try to solve one or two questions based on this so that you get some idea about the concept of past adjustment, and we'll be able to finish this topic probably in the next class. So let's start. We'll be able to understand the concept of past adjustment through a small question. But before that, you need to write down the format which is very frequently used while solving the question based on past adjustment. So this is the format that we'll be using frequently in the upcoming questions. I want you to note this down quickly. So this is called the statement of past adjustment. Whenever we solve question based on the past adjustment, we generally have to prepare this format. All right. This is just to simplify the solution. This makes solving the question much easier. So I want you to write down this format, and we will be using this while we solve the question based on the past adjustment. Please note this down quickly and let me know once you are done. And before writing this, I want you to put the heading on your notebook as questions passed on past adjustment, or simply just write down past adjustment questions. Done, both of you?
Done,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right. So in order to understand this concept, we'll start with a question. Just a moment. Okay. So question number 43. We'll discuss this question. Question number 43 says, Ria, Mona and Nisha shared profit in the ratio of 3:2. The profit for the last 3 years were 140, 84, and 1,06,000 respectively. These profit were by mistake shared equally for all the partners. For all the partners. All right. Give necessary journal entries for the same. So basically, question says that there are three partners who shared the profit in the ratio of 3:2:1. For the last 3 years, whatever the profit they have earned as partner in a partnership firm, what they have done by mistake, they shared the profit in the equal proportion. Instead of sharing the profit in the profit sharing ratio, they have by mistake shared the profit in the equal proportion. All right. Now we need to make the correction by passing the journal entry for correcting the mistake. All right. So let me show you how we'll actually solve this question. First of all, we'll draw this format and we'll write down amount. See, we have how many partners here? Ria, Mona, and Nisha. We'll write down their name. Ria. And Nisha. And then the first component of this format is amount that they should have actually got. That means amount that should have been credited to their account. But by mistake, what amount they have by mistake, what amount actually got credited, we'll write that. And after writing this value, we'll subtract the second component from the first component. Just a second. Okay, so see, question says that for the last 3 years, profit were 140, 84, and 1,06,000. And by mistake, we shared this profit equally, right? So profit distributed in the equal proportion, right? Profit distributed in the equal proportion. Profit distributed in the ratio of 1:1:1. And how much profit has been distributed in the ratio of 1:1? We'll find, for that purpose, we'll find out the total profit of last 3 years. This is not our main working. This is all of this is the extra working mode. We'll find out the total profit of the last 3 years, which has been shared in the equal proportion. So for the first year, profit was, it was 140, 1,40,000. Then in the next year, profit was 84,000. And after that, profit was 1,06,000. We'll total all these values. So total of this will be 3,30,000. And this profit has been shared among all the partners in the equal proportion. So amount actually got credited when 3,30,000 is distributed in the equal proportion. That means everybody is going to get how much? 1,10,000 each. everybody's account, all the partners' account must have been already credited by 1,10,000. 1,10,000. All right, and let me make an extra column here. This is not compulsory to draw. This is just optional. I'm making an extra column. You can also do it. Total column of total. Total amount distributed as the profit. So total amount distributed as profit is 3,30,000 in the equal proportion. Now tell me whether this 3,30,000 should have been distributed in the equal proportion. Answer is no. This should have been distributed in the ratio of profit with in the ratio in the 3:2:1 ratio, right? So if the profit has been distributed in the ratio of 3:2:1, then how much amount each partner would have actually got? We'll have to find out that, and we'll have to write that here as profit should be distributed in profit sharing ratio of 4:2 is to 3:2 is to 1. 3:2 is to 1. Right? So if 3,30,000 had been distributed in the ratio of 3:2 is to 1, then how much profit each partner would have actually got? Tell me. How much profit each partner would have actually got? So 3,30,000 into 3 by 6, and same thing will be done for the remaining partners. So firstly, let me do the calculation. 3,30,000 into it will be 1,65,000 for Ria, right? And 3,30,000 divided by 6 into 2. It will be 1,10,000 multiplied by 1,10,000 for Mona and 55,000 for. So this is how 3,30,000 should have been distributed. Is that right? Ritika and Manisha, is that clear for both of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, now we'll compare the situation. What amount Ria should have actually got? Riya's account should have been credited by 1,65,000, right? But what amount has been actually credited? Because of the mistake, her account is only credited by 1,10,000. So you need to tell me whether Riya was underpaid or overpaid.
Underpaid.
Whether she was underpaid. So there is a difference. If you subtract the second component out of the first component, what is the difference? Difference will be 55,000. Right? 55,000. And Mona should have actually got 1,10,000. And even after the mistake, Mona got 1,10,000 only. So there is no problem with her account. She got what she actually, how much actually she should get. So there is no problem with the Mona. But Nisha's account, Nisha is also, I think, underpaid in this situation. Just a moment. This is 1,10,000. It should be 1,10,000. So she was overpaid. I think Nisha should have actually got 55,000, but her account is credited by 1,10,000. So she was overpaid. So her balance will be minus 55. Right? Now see, Riya's account was underpaid. Riya was underpaid. That means her account should be credited by 55,000. She should further get 55,000, right? Is that clear? And because Nisha was overpaid, and so for that purpose, her account should be subtracted by 55,000. That means her account need to be debited by 55,000. Is that clear? In order to reduce the balance from her account, to deduct the balance from her account, we need to debit her account. And in order to add more amount to the Riya's account, we'll have to credit her account. So just to rectify the mistake that we committed, we can now pass the journal entry. What journal entry will be done? The journal entry, we can simply write Riya's account need to be credited and Nisha's account need to be debited, right? We'll write down Nisha's capital account debit by 55,000 to Riya's capital. By passing this small journal entry, we'll be able to rectify our mistake. Got it? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is this journal entry clear?
Yes, sir.
So basically, we can say person who is getting the negative balance need to her account or his account need to be debited, and who is getting a positive balance, his account or her account need to be credited. Or if you understood the concept, I think this is already clear that since Nisha was overpaid, so therefore her account need to be subtracted by 55,000, and Riya was underpaid by 55,000, so we'll be adding 55,000 to her account. So Riya's account need to be credited and Nisha's account need to be debited. And this is the general. I hope this point is clear for both of you. Kindly confirm.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so this is how we solve question based on the past adjustment. So I just in order just to give you some idea how question are based on the past adjustment and how it is solved, I have just basically solved this question for you. We'll be discussing this topic in detail. We'll be covering a few more questions based on the past adjustment. And this is also important from the examination point of view. So we'll be covering and doing more questions based on this concept in the next class. All right, like these are the questions that I need to discuss. And this is very frequently asked in exam as well. Question number 44, 45, and 46, 47, all these questions are based on the past adjustment question. All right, we'll be discussing all these things. We'll probably be able to finish this topic in the next class, and then after that, the next topic that I need to cover is this topic, which is the valuation of goodwill. I have so many questions based on the past adjustment, but as soon as we cover this topic, we'll be moving to the valuation of the goodwill. But for today, this is it. We'll talk more about the past adjustment in the next class. And make sure you attend the classes on a regular basis, and Manisha, both of you. And if you for some reason, if you skip any class or not able to attend any class, make sure you cover the topic through the recording. Ask your counselor to provide you with the recording of the session, and make sure you cover the topic that you missed through the recording. All right. And I have shared the answer sheet of the test that you have given with the counselor. You can ask for your answer sheet. And if you have some problem with the question, I'll also be taking your doubt in the next class from the test question. All right, I have given 5 questions. Most of the questions are correct by both of you. I think in question number 2, there seems to have some problem with both of you have committed some mistake. So I'll be covering that question in the next class just to make it clear for both of you. All right, so just go through the test paper that I have shared, answer sheet that I have shared. We'll talk about the question of the test that I have given in the next class.